It's my birthday next week, and I've just found out what Mrs. P has bought me. You'll like this. I'll give you a clue. Once I've got it sussed, which may take a while, you can look at this from up there, and over there, and over there, and over there somewhere. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and obviously I've mentioned it and said it out loud a couple of times, and she announced to me this morning that we were going to go down to the local shopping mall to look at drones. Not something I would probably have bought myself, but she's decided that as I'm so popular now, sorry, maybe it was worth me adding another dimension to my videos and getting some more aerial stuff. The idea is appealing, provided she buys me one that's idiot proof, because let's face it, I am. Anyway, that aside, that's next week sometime, because I'm not a year older till next week, so I'm still just a member of the Grumpy Buggers Club. Next week I can join the Cantankerous Old Gits Club, being a year older. I've been out again today with the mower and fiddle-faffing around. It appears that this golf course idea we've got might have legs. We had some walkers go through this morning. Nice old couple, as I said before, that used to play on this old course. And I mentioned what I was thinking of doing, and they were genuinely excited about it. So, you know, that's the sort of people I want to encourage. We looked at foot golf. I'm not sure if that's really for me, because I can see that getting rowdy, if you know what I mean. So I don't want rowdy, I like peace and quiet. And I've looked at disc golf, which is basically bunging a frisbee around the course. Now I have actually ordered a set of discs. It was 24 quid or something off of Amazon or eBay or one of them. And I'm just going to see, I mean, maybe we can do both. Maybe we can do a little pitch and putt golf club. And for those people who don't want to chase a little white ball around the field, they can chase a frisbee around the field instead. I don't care if they're paying me a few quid to do it. So I was never keen on the golf course before, but then of course everybody out here was paying somebody else for the privilege of looking at me over my edge. Now anybody out here is going to be paying me for the privilege of looking over my edge, so it's a bit less painful. So we should see. Like I say, there's if we're going to do this, there is some investment required. I have got some experience in golf courses because I was the original greenkeeper on this course before it was out here. It was right over there when I was a teenager. I hated it. When I say I hated it, I mean I really hated it. That job I hated. Father would have me up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or earlier if he could. I was either mowing or sweeping dew and worm casts off the greens, mowing a tee. We wouldn't mow the greens first thing, we'd mow the tee. And I'd be sat out on a little T20 Fergie for hours with the 3 gang mowers behind all bloody day. So, but then I was on the, was it the Duke of Edinburgh scheme? I think I was being paid something like 39 quid a week. So for a young teenage lad, on that kind of money, on the hours I was doing, I did bunk off a bit occasionally. Usually to go off and see my missus. So yeah, the one I married. But now, if I'm doing it for me, and now I'm sort of a bit older, a bit wiser, and this venture, although it is something that hopefully will make a bit of extra income for Mrs. P and I, like I said in the previous video, this is also maybe something that my kids can get involved in, and 15 acres of land. How can 15 acres of land support one family, let alone two? But I think if this works and it becomes popular and we do it right, and the price is right and the value is right and people come, I can see this potentially supporting more than one family. So on 15 acres of land I got to look at that, and of course with the state of farming, what's going to happen with Brexit, what's going on with the beef prices right now, what's going to happen to the lamb prices in the next few months, do we get a deal, do we not get a deal? There's so many ifs and buts on British farming right now, and we're in a fantastic catchment area as far as tourism is concerned. We're on the edge of the Cotswolds. The town has been made a gateway to the Cotswolds, so they're looking at ways of increasing tourism. So I'm kind of thinking that we're going to get support, I hope, from the town, from the planners, although this is already a golf course, it's already planning for a golf course. In fact, when Father owned all this, he had the entire farm, even the bit that I own now, had planning for leisure and pleasure. So who's to say that it doesn't expand a bit more? I've got no intentions of giving up farming. I've got no intentions of giving up my livestock. Not quite so worried about the sheep. Don't like sheep. But the Dexters, they're staying put. Whether or not we're going to be able to bring them out here so much, I don't know, because sheep poo and a golf ball, I can, not too bad. But a big sloppy cow pat and a golf ball, if it lands in there, are you going to want to take your shot? If your ball's buried in buried in one? Probably not. So we'll see. I mean, the course is probably going to be seasonal at the moment, because even before we bought it, we knew that this needed some drainage doing, and the course does need some drainage doing. So it's going to be seasonal. Not because of the livestock, simply because there are wet patches out here that we would have to deal with. But all that needs to come with viability. Is it viable? Is it worth spending thousands of pounds on drainage? Well, not for sheep and cattle, it's not. But if it means people can play all year round and there's income all year round, well then maybe. Maybe. So things are moving forward. The farm stays. I'm still going to be carrying on making videos as far as the farm is concerned. There may be more now on diversification and building the golf course. I say building it because it's kind of already built. It's already done. All we've done is moved stuff around. So we've got maturity that anybody else starting from scratch wouldn't have. So we got a 20-year head start pretty much. All these trees are about 20 years old. We knew there was a good reason to keep them. Yeah, watch this space. We're going to have to look at management of traffic. We're going to have to look at our access. We're going to have to look at parking. We're going to have to look at making sure people behave themselves, especially around livestock. So any future golfers watching this, you misbehave around my livestock, you're out and you don't come back. But other than that, I reckon this could be a bit of fun. So I was going to fill that bunker in. I don't know. Do you reckon I could leave a natural hazard like that there? Pretty, isn't it, Maybe not. So yeah, watch this space. And later, like I said, maybe watch it from up there once I've got used to not crashing it a lot. Any other vloggers out there got a good insurance policy for drones? I reckon I'm going to need it. Anyway, back at the house. Cup of tea.